Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Where's your Monaco?
I need a sponsor.
She's like,
Hit me with the sponsorship, Angel and Tony Show. Welcome back, everybody. Yay! We have a special guest. This is Raquel Shane.
my whole name.
Tony's little sister.
Here we go.
Yay.
Yay.
So, for today's video, we are going to talk about music. Everybody loves music, right? This one is going to be about how different types of music were a part of different types of your life and what that was like growing up. It was a conversation that, again, Tony and I were having late night. It's probably like 1 a.m. And I was just talking about a lot of Euro music that I used to listen to, like back in my Zero Gravity days. I really hate that I keep mentioning that.
Zero
I think this is like the
Gravity.
4th podcast that Zero Gravity has been entered into.
That's pretty sad.
But you know what? No, do not sad me.
Wow.
I do not feel sad about Zero Gravity at all.
You feel a lot of wows.
No, it's fine. It's great. All I'm saying is that music, that cliche saying about that music is healing and music has power, I truly do believe that because certain types of music can transport me to a whole nother era, place, feeling, anything. So, Tony said that his sister would make a perfect guest for this subject. So, why don't we start with what was like your what were you listening to around like middle school area? Because I feel like that's the start, right?
I feel like middle school was like a really weird time for me, like musically, because I was into a lot of like genres of music. And I remember actually like back then you had like your Walkman or you had the radio, and I knew so many different stations that play like so many different kinds of music. So like I liked The Calling. He mentioned
I don't even know what that is.
It's like alternative like rock band, but like he brought up System of a Down. I used to like System of a Down.
This was
like,
in middle school?
Yeah, I liked Incubus.
Wow. You really were in that.
Yeah.
I don't even know you.
I liked like Mariah Carey and
Yes.
Janet Jackson.
What about Nivea?
Oh, yeah. Like Nivea. Yeah, R. Kelly. I was all over the place. Like, what do you want to talk about?
Okay, so you're mentioning that era and stuff. So a very significant song during that time for me was Ghost Town DJs. The one that just where people like resurrected it and made it the Running Man challenge. Like, boy, you should know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That song was the middle school song.
At night, I think of you.
Yeah, and then everybody from like this generation now associates that with the Running Man challenge, and to me, like, not at all.
There's a lot of like pain moments where I'm like, wow, I think I just got old.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the way, because like people think like the old stuff from like our childhood is new, and I'm like, no, like I'm telling my sister like that's not new, that's so old, like that already came around, and my sister's like, well, it's new to me, bye.
So how were you listening to bands like System of a Down, Incubus, and your brother had no idea? Like, were you listening to it in secret? Like, did you feel like music shame listening to that type of music?
Not really, because my dad like always listened to all kind of music. Like that's where we got it from.
Oh, that's cool.
As far as like the like more leaning towards like heavy metal, like no, he didn't listen to that. But he was never like, you need to listen to this kind of music. Like he exposed us to everything like early on.
Yeah.
I think part of the reason that he probably didn't know like the rock side of what I was listening to is because I didn't really own a lot of the music. Mm-hmm. I would like listen to it on the radio, and you know you can't really blast radio, it sounds like crap, so maybe that's why.
No, I mean, because mostly what I heard was like the CDs, like Rocky would buy a CD and then play it to death.
I needed to know.
Did you have one of those like
words,
CD organizers?
I
like,
had
multiple
like racks of CDs. Yeah, I had different styles of racks. And I had like the CDs that like I didn't want people to know I owned. Like I used to put them like under the table that had like a cloth over it so people didn't know. Like, yeah, this is my secret stash. That's where the calling was. That's why you're like, who's the calling?
Okay, so let's go to TRL.
Okay.
Who were you voting for during that time?
Probably like NSYNC.
Yes! Let's go!
Everybody had a crush on Justin and his like curly fro.
So we grew up definitely at the TRL era and stuff. And so like coming home from school and watching TRL.
That was like our version of getting on the internet.
Yeah.
Literally.
But even though I was watching the same videos
Park,
every
like,
time. Yeah, 106 in Park, TRL. I personally
Absolutely.
cared the most about Rap City.
Oh yeah, I
that
love
was,
Rap
like
City
the basement, but or when they did like the Freestyle Fridays on 106 in Park.
So during that time, it was like hip hop was the cool. If you wanted the cool points, you were listening to hip hop. But if you were being honest with yourself, like me, like I needed to be honest with myself. I was a Teen Explosion addict, super fan. I loved that era of music. To me, that was a golden age for me. I think the whole Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, LFO. I mean,
Moulin Rouge. That song was good.
Yes, like that whole era of music to me was so fun and unmatched. Like certain people that were peers of mine, they couldn't admit that they were blasting.
I don't think that like hip hop was like cool. Like I wasn't trying to be a cool guy. Like,
no. I know it spoke to you, but I'm saying other people.
Yeah.
Like other people were like, yeah, I know that new Luda. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even him, he would make fun of me for listening to certain people, but
like
I
who?
think
Like who is somebody?
Like Savage Garden.
I'll be your dream, I'll be
your fantasy. Yes, but I love that song too.
Yeah,
So wait, did you like the that Eve 6 song?
I don't think I listened to them.
Yes, everybody knows that song.
To Save Me From Myself? Or
no.
Oh yeah.
I know the song.
Nothing but faith in nothing.
Oh yeah, Heart in the Blood.
In the Blood.
That's the part I knew. That's the
You're right, and that's enough because of copyright.
Yeah.
Yes!
I know the tune.
Did you listen to Sugar Ray?
Yes. Absolutely.
I
don't like Sugar Ray
so much.
No.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, like I've always been like super anti like a lot of
Yeah.
and so like stuff like that was super like
not rap.
No, stuff that was super like Sugar Ray, like pop guys with like f***ing.
So are you telling us that you were not Mambo number 5?
No, like people were like Frosted Tips, like I don't want to hear that shit, except the Offspring. I like them, but like
Offspring was tight.
the pop rock ska phase thing, like I couldn't get into that.
Like
I just didn't
Blink
like that
182?
shit. Yeah, it was like
You didn't like Blink 182
at all?
No, Sean listened to Blink.
But you weren't like all the.
No, I thought that
you
shit
know
was
what?
so corny.
You know what though? The truth is that Anthony was like very much like a rap, like hip hop head. Like he didn't want to hear nothing else. Like if we were in the car with the family and they were like playing something else, Anthony would be like in his own world. Or like listening to, you know, the old school like headbands that you put on your ears, you know. And Anthony didn't like listen to other music until like later on, like what, college?
No, when I was in high school, I listened to other stuff. I had Nelly Furtado's first album.
But like when we were kids, though, you were like,
yes, Nelly Furtado.
The first CD I ever bought was Drew Hill.
True.
Wow.
Because I
Drew
love
Hill
that
is
song from Rush Hour.
So good.
Yes.
I had Drew Hill. My second one was Genuine, 100% Genuine.
So,
that was my second CD.
Wow.
So,
And that was what?
But
was
that's
this,
because
like,
you couldn't have
it-
rap CDs because
this
they're
high
in
school?
parental advisory.
This was
high
in
school?
junior
This
high.
is junior high.
The music I wanted that I couldn't get was like Biggie, Mace, like this, because that was like when Bad Boy was like the truth.
Oh my
Like I wanted all that
goodness.
stuff.
During that time, it was Bad Boy and Blackground all day for me. So Blackground was like Timberland, Magoo,
Oh, yeah.
Missy. Like
Yeah.
that was
So you know,
the
I was
shit.
Aaliyah.
Yeah, duh. I loved Aaliyah.
Yeah.
She really was the one that like really
I
got me
was
into
Aaliyah.
loving.
You
Oh my bad.
You messed up what I said. I would be in my room like with my hair flipped over my eyes.
Did you have the Tommy? Did you have the
Who was gonna buy me that? No, I didn't know. But in my mind, I did.
In your mind, you were Aaliyah straight up.
Yeah. And I was like, I got baggy pants. I didn't. But, like, I was Aaliyah. Yeah. Tell me why I wasn't. You can't, because I was.
What was both of your guys' first parental advisory CD?
Yours was probably like Get Rich or Die Trying.
No, I think Eminem's. That one with the closet, clean out my closet. What was the name of that CD? I think that was my first.
Was that the Eminem show? I think that was.
I think
Eminem
so.
show.
Yeah, yeah. The curtains on the back. Yeah,
I think that was because I remember burning that because I had that album, but it was burned. So I probably got it from you.
Yeah.
What about you?
Man, I don't even know. To be honest, I think it was
probably Method Man, Red and Meth.
No, that album actually was a clean one. The one that I had like in my car and stuff. I don't know.
Oh dang! So
you had a lot of clean CDs.
So you guys had a lot of like the clean version.
Because that was the only way my parents let me have it.
Oh.
And I was like super like rule follower, like lame.
Oh,
so
yes.
I didn't get any until I had my car. Because then when I got my car, I was like, you can't tell me what I can have in my car. But I just don't remember. I want to say it was a Snoop Dogg album. But it was like a random one. It wasn't like some classic one that you would remember. I just don't remember which one it was. And I remember like just the shock of that because I grew up so used to hearing like clean versions of stuff or like radio edits and stuff like that. So then when I would be at like my friend's house and they would have it and I would hear like what the actual lyrics were and stuff, especially like Eminem songs.
Oh my goodness.
I would be like, Jesus Christ. No wonder my parents don't let me listen to this.
Mine was Jay-Z, Hard Knock Life, Volume 2. That was the first parental advisory CD I ever bought.
Where did you buy it though?
Best
was
Buy.
it?
Oh yeah, they used to like check IDs
Coconuts?
and stuff.
It wasn't at
Was
Coconuts.
it at Sam Goody?
Was it at FYE?
Was it at FYE?
FYE for sure. I frequented the most, and so sad that so many of y'all
don't know
what that is.
Never heard.
I remember because at Four Corners they used to have Sam Goody and Coconuts. And I used to ride my bike up there. Me and my friends used to ride our bike up there. And that was like the thing to do, was just like go to these music stores. Because they were across from each other in this like strip mall area.
Yeah.
And we would just go in there and like listen to all the music and not buy nothing.
Well, that's why they're out of business now. Everybody did that.
As far as like my general music journey, I've pretty much listened to everything besides country. Country was the one genre of music that I just couldn't get through. Did you listen to country at all?
No.
I
liked like Shania Twain.
Like a little bit of Shania
like
for sure.
Artists here and there.
I had a couple songs that I think I gravitated towards, but other than that, I couldn't really get down.
I used to like that one song about tearing up the car. The four-wheel drive.
Yeah. Burn my name
into the... Yeah. I used to actually like... That was one of those songs where I was like... I knew the words.
Both headlights.
But you were...
I would not sing that out loud. I definitely was just like...
That's a good one. Yeah.
But I wouldn't tell them like...
So who would you say is the artist of like your adolescence era? Who did you listen to the most? Like who spoke to your soul?
I'm gonna let you go because
I mean we talked about this earlier. So I told her that mine was Music Soul Child because I felt like every song that he wrote or every song that he had on his first 3 albums were like my life, and it was about being like basically a weird, not weird, but like just awkward, not cool guy. And I felt like I was that guy. And I really wished my hair was like his. And I liked that whole like neo soul thing at the time. Like I was into that. And like artists that were like that. And like Erykah Badu and just people that wore like earth tones.
I didn't even know.
And
you
like burned
Erykah
incense and stuff. Like Lauryn Hill and like the Fugees, Mos Def, like all those people. Because it felt like something that I could be a part of. Because like other rap was like stuff that I wasn't really like. I'm like, I never shot nobody and I'm not.
That was what that like, I mean, like just to, I mean, we're segueing a little bit before you get to answer the question, but we'll circle back. In high school, gangster rap was gigantic for all of us, and we would be blasting like Twista and Do or Die, like die motherfucker die, and it's like we're like 15, 16 years old. It's like
selling drugs.
die motherfucker die. Wait, how? Oh, it's Victory. And then the other song about like 6 million ways to die. Choose one. It was like all this very morbid gangster. I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna kill you. Sell drugs. Degrade women. And we were blasting that. Yep. Like we're just like driving through the suburbs.
And I remember like when 50 Cent came out, like when Get Rich or Die Trying came out, I was super anti 50 Cent. I was like, he's garbage. Every song that he talks, every song is just him murdering murdering somebody over and over again.
He got shot 9 times.
And he got shot 9. Like, we get it, bro. Like, all you do is shoot people and get shot. Like, I got it. I don't need to hear, like, 20 songs of that in a row. And I could not stand him when he came out. And I was like the rare unicorn, I felt like, of people that didn't like him.
But I mean, I feel like some people can say that about Eminem because he was so just drastic about a lot of his stuff.
That's why he was like comedic to me, because he was ridiculous.
Because it was just kind of
yeah. And I was like, I liked him because I also thought he was just a way better rapper, just from a technical rap standpoint. So I liked his songs. To me, he was creative and he was saying crazy stuff, but it was like creative. Like 50 Cent was just like gunshots. Like all you heard was just gunshots all the time. I was like, what's wrong with this dude?
So I don't really have like one artist, but I feel like there's like a good 3 that I played a lot.
Right.
Number 1, 50 Cent. 50 Cent and the G Unit crew. Young Buck. What was the other Lloyd Banks. Yeah, Lloyd Banks was
Lloyd Banks
was my man.
Yayo.
Nah, I didn't really mess with Yayo. His voice annoyed me a little bit.
No, nobody liked him really. Okay. And he was also like 55.
His voice was annoying though.
Yeah.
He sounded like he needed to blow his nose all the
time. So I'll just say like G Unit, that was like really 1.
Okay.
I liked him. I liked R. Kelly. R.I.P. to
his career.
The R. Kelly, yes. His career and his freedom, probably. I loved his music. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I did play Nivea a lot.
You would say Nivea over Destiny's Child?
If we're going towards like the era when like Eminem was out, I feel like Destiny's Child was like on their way to being just Beyonce. Yeah, I love Destiny's Child.
I mean, I'm just going off
the
of
writings
songs
on the
I
wall.
heard repeatedly out of your room.
Yes, the Writings on the Wall by Destiny's Child, they're like my favorite album of theirs. But I mean, yeah, I love them. I remember crying for real, like I knew them when they broke up. I was like, Lord,
devastated.
Yeah, Beyonce can't be by herself.
First concert.
Funny enough, my first concert was Music Soul Child.
Wow.
And I bought tickets for me and Anthony to go.
That was your first concert?
Yep. That was my first concert. And we went to the House of Blues, and I had a wonderful seat behind a giant post that I couldn't see through.
Oh.
I took a picture of him, kind of, but barely. It was hard behind that post. But yeah.
I think my first concert was the Glow in the Dark tour, Kanye.
I was so pissed I couldn't go to that.
I mean, it was the same thing. Like, I was still pretty old because I was like in 2009. So I was already like out of college, I think, when that happened, or like about to be out of college.
Yeah.
Because like that just wasn't a like possibility. Like growing up, that was just wasn't like a thing. Like,
that was luxury money. We did not. Yeah.
You didn't even think to be like, I want to go to this concert. Like
it was more like, oh my God, they're showing the concert on TV. We got to be home that day. Like,
yeah.
We didn't even think of it as like missing anything. It was just like, this is gonna be so cool. We're gonna watch it on MTV. You know.
Like my favorite concert was the Velvet Rope. That was like they did like an HBO special of it, and my granddad had it like on a tape.
Yeah.
We used to watch
because
it
he knew that I loved like Janet Jackson, but the Velvet Rope was like porn for audio. Like
that was dope album.
Her concert was not for children.
No, whatsoever. Definitely not for children.
And we were children. I still remember it to this day. Like, and it was like so good. Like just because she worked so hard to like put on a show, like not just music, put on a show, and you don't even see it like that anymore. I feel like the only person that I think is like worth it to go see anymore is like Kendrick Lamar. Like puts on a whole, he has like themes to his shows, he has like skits in between songs, and like it's dope and it's worth it.
Justin Timberlake's 2020 tour was probably my favorite concert of all time. When he had the stage in the middle, like that performance wise, unmatched by anybody else I've ever seen live.
I used to want to go see NSYNC, but like he said, like I knew that was a dream, and now they're broken up. So I don't know. I like Justin Timberlake. Like I listen to his music, but I don't think I like it enough to like go see him.
Oh, yeah, that's where he shines.
That's where he shines.
He's a dancer.
Well,
yeah.
And
he's an entertainer. He definitely has that stage presence about him. Like music to me, like I said, can always transport me to a memory, good, bad, sad, all of that. So do you have like a song that is super special to you?
R. Kelly's I Believe I Can Fly. I don't know who's not inspired by that song. I remember being like a little kid with no problems at all, but I'm like crying listening to the song, like, yes, I can fly. So that one. More recently, there's this song by her called Two. And it's basically about like how she found out that the person that she was with was cheating on her, and that this person thought that she was going to be like broken and like not know what to do with herself, but like actually she was playing him the whole time. It's just like really well written out. It's a super short song, but like it makes you feel like, hell yeah, I dare you to do that to me, you know? So yeah.
Like, what was the question?
It's really hard when you don't remember it.
Because I don't know if you're saying like, is it your favorite song, or if it's like a song that made you sad?
No, basically like a song. Is there a song
that's just special
in your life that is just special to you, that can that transports you to a special place, remind you of a special person?
Like, my favorite song ever is Hypnotize, but it's not because it reminds me of anybody or anything like that. It's just
I didn't say favorite song. I wasn't asking for your favorite
that's
song.
what I'm trying to like.
Yeah.
I feel like a song that, like, any song I think by Stevie Wonder probably will like hit me a certain way just because it makes me think of my dad. Yeah, I'll probably say that because like I think he still has like his actual records at the house, and I was just like his favorite artist, so like that means a lot to me. I used to have this album, I used to have this CD in my first car, and it was one of those where I felt cool, like none of my friends got this, and I bought it at Coconuts or something, and it was just a 70s like funk CD, and it just had these like 70s songs on it, and I was just like, yeah, I listen to old music. Like, I'm better than you. Yeah, like I'm fucking hipster. It was just like
before hipster was a thing.
Yeah, but it was like major hits of like Parliament and stuff like that. Like, it wasn't even like that obscure. That era of music for sure just kind of reminds me of like my dad's era, and like being a little kid and still seeing like the leftovers of that at people's houses and like the way people dressed and stuff. It just takes me back to like being a really, really little kid, because I remember those things, like the cars and like the way people's houses were decorated was still like kind of 70s, you know?
Yeah, I agree with that. Stevie Wonder, and also I was thinking Prince, because Prince was our mom's favorite artist. And for me, like, I never knew why I liked Prince. I found out after the fact that was her favorite artist. That's something that, like, I feel like is kind of like a connection. Stevie Wonder for sure, where I could be in the bathroom and that song comes on and I'll be like, Dad? You know? Like, yeah, Stevie Wonder is his boy. The Gap Band.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
Whenever I hear like the Gap Band, it reminds me of my dad. So yeah, it is special, but at the same time, like, I guess it's special in a kind of different kind of way. It's like a connection. Like you mentally think like, oh, that my dad likes this one, you know. But one day I feel like it'll be super special. Yeah. What about you?
The Beatles remind me of my dad, because my dad sings the Beatles in the shower all the time. When he's singing in the shower, it doesn't matter where you are in the house, you hear it. Like,
is that a good thing? Or
I mean, yeah, he's got a good voice. Okay. So, but he's a belter. He belts the Beatles songs. With my mom, she loved like the Jackson 5, so she listened to a lot of Motown. My dad was more Beatles, my mom was more Motown. So, I preferred my mom's music.
Because you got soul.
Yeah, got like the soul, I like the groove to
Jimmy
it.
got soul.
A lot of Aaliyah's music, because I don't have just like one song, so I can't really answer it. So I'm good for you guys for narrowing it down.
I mean, I didn't even narrow it down to songs. I just narrowed it down to 2 artists.
Because to me, music was a way for me to tune out reality. That's how I always was, and it transported me into a different place. So it was a form of escapism to me. That's why I like film as well. Aaliyah's music was super special to me. I listened to a lot of OAR like in college, and that was a moment. The Euro music and house music, and a lot of people, if you don't listen to it, I really feel like you just don't understand it. It just doesn't speak to you, because a lot of people, their arguments like, it sounds the same. It's just like and I get it. I get why they're saying
you can say that about a lot of music though.
You know, but for me, I resurrected the Basement Jaxx album,
Scars.
Oh yeah, wait, no.
Here we go.
Sorry. Scars. God damn it. So yeah, Basement Jaxx, Scars, and there's a song called Feelings Gone on there, and that one I can't stop listening to because it really helped me through a part of my life that was difficult for me to get through. So I'm very thankful for that album. I think more recently, though, the Beyonce song, I Was Here, is probably number one for me as far as my motivation. Like a song that motivates me through every day. I can listen to that song and I'm fired up.
That's how I'm about Hypnotize. Like,
yo, you listen to that and you're like...
Invincible, dog. Like,
you like walk through, there's like buildings explode.
Like, as soon as that song, like, you hear that biggie, oh, like, Invincible.
Oh my god, I know that like we're probably running out of time, but I do have to ask a question. Do you like Drake?
That's a question out of all questions. Like, he's cool. I mean,
I needed to ask that question.
I don't buy like his albums because I feel like it's all on
the
radio.
I mean, like one of the reasons why I'm asking you that question is because this is how this whole music thing, it was half and half, like about house music and Euro stuff, and then also about Drake. Going back to me listening to gangster rap when I was in high school, Drake was the first rapper that I could actually relate to what he's saying. Yeah. Like when he's talking about something, like, oh yeah, an Acura, yeah, Honda Acura, yeah, I can relate to you. College, I can relate to that. All this stuff I can relate to, and I felt like if you were leaning towards like the male department in any way, energy or that was your sex. Like, if you listen to Drake, you were soft. You soft.
Yeah, I mean, Drake's
soft.
definitely kind of soft. I think for me, like, my equivalent to that would be, like, Ludacris. I love Ludacris. Like,
I love Ludacris, popular. Too. I don't think he had that stigma that followed him like Drake.
No, he didn't, but he still didn't talk about, like, killing people and, like, selling drugs or, like, shoot them up. Like, he wasn't doing that. Like, he was talking about maybe smoking weed or, like, just, like, his day in the neighborhood, you know, like, friendly stuff that was, like, okay.
And he made, like, Austin Powers theme songs.
Yeah. Yeah, he was real, like, cheesy sometimes, and he had, like, funny lines. Like, I think Ludacris was more so, like, my Drake.
And he was, like, a radio DJ before he was a rapper. Like, he came kind of from a background that wasn't, like, he was from the streets. You know what I'm saying? Right. And this is my side of Drake. And I think I narrowed it down perfectly really late at night when I got home.
Yeah, he did. He texted me about this, and I was like,
in the middle of the night?
Yeah,
perfectly
basically.
said.
To me, Drake is Captain America. He's like, yes, Captain America is a dope superhero. Like,
he's cool, pure and good.
But he's like he's just kind of like Superman. Like, one of these guys just has like all the powers and no flaws, and it's kind of like, all right, cool. And that's how I feel about his like persona. I think he's a good guy. He does good shit. Like, I don't have a problem with him as a person. I just feel like he has too many, like...
Good.
Yeah, he's like, you know, Captain America, dude. He's like, whatever.
But it's kind of funny that you even say that, because I feel like back in your days of being a rapper, you were that. Because you didn't rap about, like, the stuff you didn't do.
Yeah, but I wasn't like Drake. I wasn't, like, all swaggy and cool and shit. Like, that's what I mean. Like, that's what I mean about, like, all the things. You thought I was cool. I was not.
No, I didn't say that.
Well, I don't know what you're...
I was going to say, like, you weren't the same as Drake. Like, your styles are different, but you're also talking about a different time. I feel like you did, like, the rapping thing, like, 2008, 2009, like, around there. Like, that was so far off from when Drake blew up.
Drake came out in 2008.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, like, everything's changed, like, since you were doing that, since you were doing music. Like, who knows where you would be today.
I would be more like J. Cole and Drake. And that's what I'm saying. Like, Drake's like the pretty boy. He can also sing. He has, like, cool shit. He has, like, he just has, like, all the, like, powers. I like Wolverine more than I like Captain America. Because Wolverine, like, he has cool ass powers, but he's kind of like mean. People don't really like him that much. But you can't deny that he can, like, whoop some ass, and you can't kill him.
But that's not true. People love Wolverine.
People love Wolverine, but they love him for different reasons. Too. He's like the anti-hero, you know what I'm saying? Where Captain America is like the squeaky clean guy. Like, so is Superman. It's like the difference between Superman and Batman.
Okay, yeah. I got you. I need a top 3. Like, top 3 songs of all time.
Like, in the world, or your personal favorite?
No, your personal favorite. This isn't... Music taste is all objective.
Yeah. I mean, definitely Hypnotize, obviously, is number 1. I would probably say The Rockwilder is number 2, by Redman and Method Man. I don't know what the actual name of the song is, but that Stevie Wonder song where he's like, I wish those days could...
I was gonna say that, too.
Like,
No Music Soul Child?
Not in top 3.
Not of all time.
Yeah. Because those 3 songs are the songs that, like, just make me happy. Like when I hear them, I'm just like, man, this day is about to be tight. You know, like no matter those are songs that like no matter how many times I hear them when they come out in the car, it's like
you blast
the first time I ever heard. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, I was gonna say Stevie Wonder's like "Living for the City" because I feel like it was the first song that I learned all the words to because of our dad. And my dad had like a really close connection to that because it was similar to like a life that he lived growing up. Mm-hmm. He made that song special to us because he told us like stories that were not like Stevie Wonder stories, but they were his. And we would like drop everything and like listen to that song whenever it came on. My childhood memory says that he sounded exactly like Stevie Wonder. Like the most popular songs in my personal life is kind of what I'm going off of.
Yeah.
So that song was like little kid, like baby to like 5 is when it was like important to me. From like 6 to like 11 was probably like Spice Girls. If You Want to Be My Lover.
Yes.
That was my song. Because I played that to death. That, you know, Spice Girls.
I never want to hear Spice Girls again.
Yeah, I wanted to be like Scary Spice, but usually I would be assigned as Posh Spice because she had RBF, and I also have RBF. So
what's RBF?
Resting face.
Oh, thanks for censoring yourself. Now I don't have to.
You're welcome. For the rest of my life, I would say Mariah Carey's Butterflies is probably like the song of my life. And I think Butterfly was like one of my first CDs I ever got, and I played it to death.
But did you like the movie though?
What was the name of that movie? Butterfly. Yeah. Mariah Carey movie?
Yeah.
No, that wasn't the name of it.
Like
it was the next album. She made an album strictly for that, based off of that movie.
Glitter.
It was
Glitter. That was it.
Yes, I did like that movie. She can't act, but I watched that movie many times, and I love that album. I like Mariah Carey. Like that's my girl.
So I Was Here by Beyonce is in there. I feel like I have to put in Hands Down by Dashboard Confessional because I ran that song to the ground. I love that song so much. I think it's gonna have to be Aaliyah 1 in a Million. I was torn between that song.
You can have an honorable mention if you want.
Well, then I was Make It Hot by Nicole Ray. So yeah, that was really difficult.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna go home and be like, dude, I said the wrong songs. But definitely Living for the City for sure, and Spice Girls.
I Was Here for sure.
And Mariah Carey.
I feel like a fraud because I'm not mentioning a teen pop song. Makes Me Ill was mine.
Oh, yes. Good song. Space Cowboy.
I was hanging with the fellas. Saw you what you knew.
Girlfriend made me jealous.
I was hoping that I'd never see you with him. And our light just went out.
Treat it.
Wow. That's so crazy. Okay, well, with that said.
Are we just going to leave this like this? Cool.
Whatever, this is real life. We're bringing you guys in real life here. We want you guys to write all of your top 3 songs in the comments. Let's open up the discussion. What is the album that defines your high school?
Mine was Kanye West's Late Registration. I played it every day, all day, in class, out of class, all the time.
All right.
Bow.
Share this episode. Like, comment.
Rate and review for the podcast.
Bow.
Thank you, Rocky.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good job.
Okay, bye.